Hi everyone, my name is Manohar. Now I am going to discuss about queue interface. Let's get started. A queue is another name for a waiting line, used within operating systems and to simulate the real world events. Come into play. Whenever processes or events must wait, we use queue type structure. Entries organized first in, first out. The one which enters into the first of the queue that will uh, get out from the queue. This is the real world scenario. Queue terminology. Item added first or earliest is at the front of the queue. Item added most recently is at the back of the queue. And additions to a software queue must occur at its back. Client can look at or remove only the entry at the front of the queue. Operations of queue. Enqueue and new entry. And its description is this method is used to add a new entry to the back of the queue. So in the place of new entry, we can pass any integer or string to be inserted into the queue and dequeue method. And it is used to remove the returns the entry at the front of the queue. Input is none, but output it returns the queue's front entry. Throws an exception if the queue is empty before performing this dequeue operation. And get front. As the name indicates, the getFriend method is used to retrieve the queue's front entry without changing the queue in any way. That means without removing the front element, it will retrieve the front element in the queue. The next one is empty method. It, it detects the whether queue is empty or not. And clear method. Clear method is used to remove all the entries from the queue. This is the queue interface, and the methods which are provided by the queue interface are add, offer, both are same, and remove, hold, element, peak, is empty or size. The difference between remove and hold is remove method directly removes the particular element front of the element from the queue, whereas hold it will returns and removes the element from the queue. And dequeue. A double-ended queue is called dequeue. Dequeue pronounced as deck has both queue-like operations and stack-like operations. A dequeue. In dequeue, we can perform operations on both sides, adding adding element at the front and removing from the front and back both sides. Add to front. This is used to add the element at the front, and add to back is used to add the element from the back. And remove front is method is used to remove the element from the front side, and remove back is used to remove element from the back side. And same with get front. It returns the element which is at the front, and return get back is used to get the element from the back side. DQ interface. And the methods which are provided by the DQ interface are adding first, offer first, add last and offer last, remove first, remove last, hold first, hold last. Get first to get the element from the first, and peak first, peak last. In the same way we can perform from the first, and same way we can perform from the last. Is empty and clear size and push, since we can perform the operation on both sides. Push and pop are included in stack, but we can use here also as it is DQ. And array DQ is a class which implements the interface DQ, and array DQ. in the format is already equal, and initially we can pass the capacity in this format. In the place of initial capacity, we can pass 10, 20 based upon our requirement. Priority queue. For example, consider a hospital assigns a priority to each patient that overrides time at which the patient arrived. Priority is objects according to their priorities. Definition of priority depends on the nature of the items in the queue. So based upon the priority, we can remove or insert. We can get the elements in the form in the help of priority of queue. The next one, Java class library. The class priority queue. Priority queue class which is used to implement the queue interface. We can implement the queue interface with the help of linked list also. Uh, the basic constructors and methods which are offered by the priority queue class are clear: adding, offer, remove, poll, and element peak. These are the common elements: add and remove, offer, poll, and is empty clear. We can see these methods in same priority or array queue and in the queue interfaces. This is about priority queue. Let us see the examples of that. Queue example, and I'm implementing queue interface with the help of linked list class. In that I inserted elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 integers, and I want to perform peak operation. Peak means it will remove the it will return the element from the queue which is at the front of the queue without removing from the queue. So initial queue state is same after performing the peak operation, and the queue elements before removing will be displayed here, and the value of a will be displayed. The value of a will be 1, and after that n dot poll. Here the element which is at the front will be 1, that will be removed and returned. So b it is assigned to the b. After removing, the queue elements will be displayed, that is 2, 3, 4, 5 will be displayed here. And next one, the value of b is 1, it will be displayed here. And C n dot poll. After removing 1, 2 is the front in the queue. So 2 will be returned and removed from the queue. So it is assigned to the C. The value of C will be 2. And the queue elements finally it will be 3, 4, 5. Let us see the output of this program. The queue elements initially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the value of A is 1. After removing the queue, the value of B is 1. Uh, and next one, Q. In that Q, front value will be 2, and the 2 is removed and assigned to the C. So the finally Q elements are 3, 4, 5. This is the example of Q. We are using the next class. Next, priority DQ. Priority DQ class. So in the string format, I want to insert the elements into the. So let us take 5 names. We'll say Amit, Vijay, Karan, Jay, and Rahul. I inserted these 5 names into the queue, and the methods q dot u dot element. This method is used to get the element which is at the front, and in the same way, peak method also used to get the element which is at the front of the queue. So these both methods returns the element which at the front of the queue. I want to display the elements with the help of iterator. This will be displayed here with the help of iterator. And next, I am performing remove and poll. Both methods remove the elements which are at the front. Initially, when this method is performed, Amit will be removed from the queue. And next, when poll method is performed, Vijay will be removed from the queue. So the finally Karan, J, Rahul will be displayed through with the help of here. So let us see the output of this program. So the top of the queue is Amit. So Amit is displayed to here two times with the help of element method and peak method. And iterating the queue elements, all finance is displayed here. And after removing the first two elements, Amit and J are removed and remaining three names are displayed here. Next program, arrow DQ. DQ. Here, let us take the example. I am taking offer method and inserted two names, and after that add. By default, when you perform the add method, it will add the element at the end of the queue. So before performing the offer first method, I want to display the elements, so it will display the Arvind and Vimal. And so after performing offer first means the element will be added and inserted at the front of the queue. So we can see the result of this of our first method by using for each loop here. And next one, dq dot poll last. Poll last means it will remove the element from the last. So lastly insert Mukul will be removed from the list from the queue. So let us see the output of this program. Profit first. Arvind and Vimal and Mukul, these three names are inserted and they are displayed here. And after offer first, J is at the front position because of our first method. And remaining three names, Arvind and Vimal and Mukul are no change in their position. And after last, this Mukul is in the last place, so he will be removed. Remaining J, Arvind and Vimal are still present in the queue. This is about offer first and offer last. Queue Queue can be implemented with the help of linked list and priority queue, and DQ interface will be implemented with the help of array DQ, and these are the methods present in the DQ queue interfaces and DQ interfaces. Thank you.